he showed up, his face matched this. So if you know him, he's bad.
How much can we just blame? I feel like we should be able to just blame you for this. You know, I'm almost like more upset at this guy than I am at the crackhead. You know, the crackhead's gonna do the crackhead shit. This was preventable by like 10 different measures here. My studio got robbed. This actually sounds a little interesting. Bro, like the way music production YouTube is, like I'm expecting this guy to not even have actually gotten robbed. You know, like I'm basically just like, this guy probably didn't even get robbed at this point. That's how low my expectations are for music production YouTube at this point. And like, hey, you can say I'm cynical about it, but it's the fucking truth, dude. It's the fucking truth, okay? And if the truth hurts, man, this is not the channel for you.
Okay, so story time today. Yes, my studio was robbed about 3 months ago, and he took about $40,000 worth of gear in a matter of 10 minutes. It's something that I never expected to happen, and it's partly because I am a very trusting person. I've definitely have gotten in trouble in life since I was a kid by assuming the best out of people. I do not have trust issues. I should. I definitely have some more now. But yeah, let me tell you what happened. So I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about myself. I haven't really, and now I've got this, 20 foot by 20 foot studio in my backyard that's completely soundproofed, completely acoustically treated, has my favorite monitors, and just an amazing place. And so I listed this space on Peerspace because I wanted to make some extra income on the side and let other people use the studio because I'm not in here all the time.
Little advice here. Do not bring people into your studio that you do not know. Do not just list the fucking. Do not just list it publicly, dude. Are you insane? Well, I don't even know what Peerspace is. Hold on a second. Unique venues for events, meetings, like, bro, dude, like, what? Are you out of your fucking mind? Like, unless you have automated turrets that fucking shoot people breaking into your place, do not do this. That's crazy, dude.
I ran this on Peerspace for about a year, and everything was great. Got a lot of new clients from it, made some friends from it, had some really awesome and talented people come in here.
Yeah, so anyways, I posted my address and pictures of the place, and I told people how much all the equipment is worth, and when I'm going to work, when I'm going to my second job. I posted all that on Craigslist. How did I get robbed? What the fuck? What do you mean people broke in and stole all my shit?
And it was just overall a great experience. I got a message from a guy named Prince who contacted me, and I'm going to show his picture in case any of you guys know this guy, because this is his real picture. When he showed up, his face matched this. So if you know him, he's bad. But yeah, he messaged me.
I mean, hey, I would not, bro. That looks like a crackhead, all right? That looks like a fucking crackhead.
He messaged me and he said that he was looking to see if this was a space he wanted to mix in, that he was...
That guy definitely is addicted to opiates. No, it sucks for the guy. That's the thing, like, people gotta understand, okay? Like, when I, make fun of someone or I'm criticizing some stupid-ass fucking thing they did, like this guy, I still think it's shitty for him, okay? I still think this is shitty. This shouldn't have happened to him, but he also should have not put it on a public fucking website. Like, you invited a fucking meth head or an opiate addict into your fucking $40,000 studio, like it probably costs more than $40,000, like, for this studio. And then you're thinking it's crazy you got robbed? You think it's surprising you got robbed? You know? Like, fuck, dude.
I did have a 4-hour minimum to rent my space, but he asked if he could just come for 1 hour to check it out. And
another red flag. Another red flag.
So I said yes, which should have been a red flag.
Yeah, dude. All of this is red flags, dude. You're getting beat down by red flags right now.
I have the minimum for a reason. I want people coming in here that are willing to pay enough money to show that they're actually going to be using the space. But I trusted that, I understood that you want to kind of test something out before you want to spend a lot of money on it. So I said yes to it. He showed up 2 hours late to the session. So he was...
Another red flag, bro. Oh, God, dude.
2 hours late to his robbery.
He was 2 hours late to his robbery.
I saw drugs all over his face, and I got some weird vibes. Again, I'm a trusting person, but I did have some guardian angel in me that said, this guy's sketch, because I brought him in here.
Well, I mean, musicians, they do drugs, right? They do drugs before they do their music, right? It's probably fine. It's probably fine. Oh, he's got a car stereo in his hands. He's got a car stereo that he just ripped out of a car in his hands. It's probably fine. He's probably meaning to install that somewhere else. Maybe he's using it for testing in the studio.
First thing I said to him was that I have two very large dogs, which is not true. They're not very large. And I said that they're really aggressive and that they're going to be outside. So please text me if you're going to be leaving so that I can bring the dogs in. So that I don't know why I said it. I mean, I do know why. I guess I was protecting myself from.
He should have guns, okay? I mean, I'm not even like a huge like gun guy, but like, I feel like in this situation, you should have guns and you should be there.
The weird feeling I was getting, but I should have just like not let him in at all. Whatever.
Yeah.
He comes in. Generally, when people want to set up in the studio, I need to kind of give them a layout. Doesn't matter if people have been making music forever. Everyone's setup is different. Everyone has different patch bays. And people come in here because they want to use a lot of the analog equipment I have. So I generally need to tell them how to connect their own computers. If they're using my computer, how to access different plugins, how to access the analog equipment. He really didn't want me in there. So I come in, I tell him the dog thing, and I say, so can I help you set up? How are you going to...
He's like, don't worry. I need to take this apart to figure out how it works. You know what I mean? I need to take apart all this stuff here, all this patch bay or whatever it's called.
Be working today. And he said, I just brought my USB, so I'm just going to plug that in. I know all this stuff really well, so I don't need anything. Thank you. And I was like, you sure? And he's like, yeah. I walk out. I come right back in. I say, you really sure? I want to show you like how you can at least switch between the different monitors. And he was like, oh, no. I already know how to use that. I know how to use that. So I go inside. I leave the studio. I go inside my main house. And I just have a bad feeling in my stomach.
I'm really surprised you had a bad feeling in your stomach, dude. Shocking. Wait, what did he say about USB? Hold on a second. Where was that at?
Help you set up. How are you going to be working today? And he said, I just brought my USB, so I'm just going to plug that in.
My USB. Oh my God, dude. I mean, I feel like any sensible person would have called the cops right around this point. You know, right around this point, I would have called the cops if I was this stupid to like had this whole thing fucking transpire at this point. He's like, I just got my USB. You know, don't worry, I just got my USB. They got my remote controller. Imagine he pulled the photo of the robber and it was Weaver.
And he showed up, his face matched this. So if you know him, he's bad. And I was like, you sure? And he's like, yeah. I walk out. I come right back in. I say, you really sure? I want to show you like how you can at least switch between the
yeah, that makes sense, Pirate Llama.
Different monitors. And he was like, oh, no.
2 hours late with his USB. Didn't look like a USB.
No, I already know how to use that. I know how to use that. So I go inside. I leave the studio. I go inside my main house. And I just have a bad feeling in my stomach. And not
like this is a thing too, like about like God, the music production community drives me crazy, bro. Like I almost want to just like fucking do something else on YouTube because how is there not more criticism on this video? Look at the support he's getting for the most insane story I've ever fucking heard. Like why is everybody so gullible? Why is everything so toxic positivity? No, I'm not raging. Like I'm just this is a little bit for the camera. I really don't give a shit about this, dude. I really don't care.
6 minutes later.
I am a little bit frustrated with the community though. I think it is very toxic positivity and it's bullshit. It's so bullshit that people are not just like, this is your own fault, you know?
My Ring cam goes off and I see him walking out of the studio. And I notice that he's wearing different clothes than when he came in. And I notice that he has a backpack now full of stuff, a giant backpack, and he did not...
Did he go to the police? I hope to God this guy went to the... Did he ask for his real fucking name? Like, I have so many fucking questions right now.
A backpack on his way in. He had just... I don't even know where the backpack was. Maybe he did have it, holding it in his hand. I didn't see it on the camera before, but it was full on the way back. And I immediately run to my front door, open it up, and I see him running out of my front. I start chasing him. He hops in a car, zooms off. First thing I do, I run back to the studio, and I open the door, expecting the worst, and I see worse than the worst because he broke a lot of my stuff. He didn't know how to take the microphone.
He's got to show the footage. Bro.
Phones off of the mic stand, so he just ripped them off, broke the mic stands. He took a Sony C800G. He took a U87. He took a CL1B.
What is going on with this hat right here? Hold on a second. Is he green screened? What the fuck? You guys see this? What the hell is this? What is happening? This whole thing is really confusing.
1B. He took, I don't even remember everything he took now. He took my Sennheiser.
Strap? I know it's a fucking strap, but look, it's fading into the background. It's the hat strap. Guys, I know it's a fucking strap, but do you not see how it's like, oh, like the opacity of it's fading into the background?
Voice actor as well, not just music. And I have the Sennheiser MKH
I think it's reflective.
416. Oh,
because it's out of focus. That doesn't make sense. It wouldn't. The opacity wouldn't be fading.
I hope I'm getting that right. That used to be the mic I used for voiceovers, and he took that. He took camera. I mean, I'm
not losing it. What the? You guys are losing it, dude.
He took everything but my speakers and my computer, pretty much. And so once I see everything's missing, I just like go red. And I'm like a pretty passive guy. If you can't tell, I'm not like...
He has to use a green screen studio. He just got robbed. It's true.
Like an angry guy. So it's weird for me to go red, but when I go red, I go red. So I grab my keys, I run to my car, I turn on the car, and I'm ready to just start chasing. I'm probably...
How am I losing it, dude? How am I losing it?
Probably now 3 minutes behind them leaving. I want to just go chase them. And I turn on the car.
Okay, sorry, I'm going to focus on the story here. This is just so weird to me. It's just so weird to me. I have like so many questions.
And my partner calls me and says, "What are you doing?" And I'd say, "I'm going to get him." Hang up the phone. And I realize, like, what am I going to do? I don't have weapons. I'm not a scary guy. These guys might have weapons. They're probably meth heads. Am I even going to find them? So instead, I called the police, reported the burglary right away because I knew that was going to need to happen in order.
I hope he got the license plate. Like, God, this guy like did everything wrong in this situation. They didn't have the guy's real name. I don't think he asked for a security deposit, did he? Did he? I guess he didn't get the license plate.
For me to maybe see some insurance money or for...
It's a smoothing filter. Oh, you think he's like using one of those things where like a beauty filter. Okay, that's possible. That's possible.
PureSpace to cover anything. PureSpace listed that they have $1 million protection for everyone that lists with them. So I was thinking I was going to get covered, but this is where it got really bad. And a lot of this is on me, but my insurance did not cover any of the stuff back here because I was not listing it as a business, which it wasn't when I originally.
Oh my God, he didn't list himself as a business, but he fucking posted it on, what was it, PureSpace? A public website, so everybody knew where it was. This is such an insane story.
Originally got my insurance, and I should have updated that. So if you are renting out your space, make sure you have business insurance.
You know what? Just don't rent out your space. If you're renting out your space, be there with a weapon and have it pointed at them the whole time.
I did not have business insurance. I contact PureSpace about it, and it turns out that they do not cover theft. They only cover things that break. So if he'd come in here and broke everything, they would have covered up to $1 million, I think. Yeah, I think that's what it was, at least at the time. But they covered zero.
This guy's just done. Let's be for real. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like people should be a little more, like, critical of this man, because this is insane. This is an insane story.
So I did not get a penny back for any of this.
Like, it sucks for him. Like, this sucks for him, but also like how much can we just blame? I feel like we should be able to just blame you for this. You know, I'm almost like more upset at this guy than I am at the crackhead, because the crackhead's gonna do the crackhead. You know, the crackhead's gonna do the crackhead shit. This was preventable by like 10 different measures here.
Just a headache and a devastating loss.
He's 19. He's not 19. This guy's not 19. This guy's not 19, dude.
But the bright side is that having done this, it's kind of changed my mind frame as far as where to put my energy and who to interact with on the internet.
Yeah, toxic positivity for sure.
Which has actually helped me a lot. I've been able to weed out sketchier people, and it also helped me realize...
I hope to God, dude. I hope to God. So anyways, I invited the guy back over here. He said he was going to give it all back. What do you know? He robbed my house too.
What was important for me in the studio, and that meant, well, first of all, I couldn't afford another Sony C800G, but I realized also that I wasn't using it that often. I used the U87 way more, so that's what I bought as a replacement. And I also realized that a lot of the analog gear that I had, I loved because of how it made me feel about myself. Like, it made me feel successful, but I wasn't utilizing it in a way that actually was helping my mixing. So it's been an interesting journey to kind of realize that I'm now a 95% just digitally recallable analog user. Wes Audio is the company I use. Better Maker's amazing also, but I'm fully invested in Wes Audio right now. And what I'm saving for is the TubiQ. I want that so bad. But yeah.
Yeah, this is now he's coping for sure. The whole like, Oh, I realized I wasn't using all that stuff anyways. You know, the $40,000 I spent, I wasn't using all that. How did he pay for all this if he wasn't using it?
I changed my mindset as far as how I want to mix back here. And because of it, I've been able to work so much faster. And I've got some amazing new clients because of how fast I'm able to work now with the recall. And I'm just feeling positive about the rest of this year and definitely for next year. That was a huge bummer. I hate that guy so much.
Well, okay, if he's thanking the robber for improving his workflow, wait, hold on a second. If he's thanking the robber for improving his workflow, somebody should do it again. Let's get his workflow top of the line, all right? Let's get it. I'm joking, by the way, guys. I'm joking, okay? Do not actually do that. This is a joke. That's a fucking joke. This is Super Saiyan cope.
Felt so violating. I've never been robbed before. Being robbed sucks. It feels like, I don't know. It made me feel unsafe in my house for a while because I knew he knew where I lived. But yeah, I upped my security, built more gates, put up more cameras, got business insurance, stopped listing on Peerspace.
Well, that's good.
Because they did not have my back on this.
Why would they? You know, if they have to, bro, people could just people could just list things on Peerspace, have their friends steal from them, and then get paid money for it. And then they just, come on.
So that's my story for today. But I'll be back with more plugin reviews. Just wanted to vent out a shitty situation that I haven't told many people. But thank you guys for listening. If you're still here, I expect hopefully only good news in the future. I'm praying for good news. 2025, let's go. All right, y'all.
I'm only using plugins now. It's going to be a lot harder for them to steal from me.